Alrighty then. In this corner, we have Libra of Nil Admirari. It's about books, so you gotta whisper the whole time. The English translation of that is the Scales of Nil Admirari. It's Admirari. I've been saying it wrong the whole fucking time. Good thing the whole fucking time has only been like half a minute. Okay, so it's a historical romance fantasy, and this motherfucker on the screen shall heretofore be mentioned only as Uncle Sam. Also, I'm gonna stop whispering now. Alright, so here it is. It's set in some sort of past setting where there's kind of magic, and it starts out with a dude running with a book. And it's cutting between this dude running with a book and some dude in his room with a book on the floor choking himself with a string. Like, he's got the string wrapped around his neck and he's pulling both ends. And some other dude, who I thought was initially a chick, turns out to be a dude, clutching a book and muttering to themselves, only to, right before the opening starts, light themselves on fire. All three of them are Japanese style books, because that's important, I guess. So the opening starts, and it's a fancy stage dance number opening. It's pretty cool. It involves the one main girl dancing with all the different dudes. Kind of like they're all each trying to court her. So I guess this is going to be maybe a little... It feels like it might end up being a little bit reverse harem-y. So anywho, the guy who was burning himself in the beginning is mad at his sister for getting married. And because he thinks that she's being sold off by their father, because they know that their father is... their family is in economic decline. Their mother was sick at a young age and died. And he thinks that she has no pride as a noble because she's just letting this happen. She tells him off. She's like, dude, chill out. This is none of your business. And he runs off and pouts. She's like, alright, well, we were both going to go into town today, but now I'm just going to go into town, and I'll get him something nice to apologize. So she does that. She goes into town. She gets him a Japanese book because he likes this one Japanese author. Turns out it's not the Japanese book, though. You get home, and she tries to talk to him, and you see him run off to his room with the Japanese book. And she's like, all right, well, I'll let him pout a little longer. I'm going to, set up the gift all nice, and have the butler make some tea to go with these eclairs I got. And so she goes to his room, and she's like, hey, dude, from outside the door, you want to come out, buddy? You want to see this book I got you? I got you a cool book by your favorite Japanese author. Hey, I'm gonna come in now, and he's sitting in there mumbling to himself about how the flames will restore his, like the flames will reset everything. He's like, I must burn and restore everything to the right way they were, or something like that. He's muttering and mumbling and whispering to himself, and he fucking lights himself on fire in this oil that's been spilling from his lantern. Monk style. He just stands there in the fire, doesn't freak out or anything. And of course they think it's suicide, so they go to the hospital. Oh, this is commercial break. They have a pretty cute mascot. Yep, he's in the opening. I have no idea where it's gonna come in. Anywho, they go to the hospital, and the doctors are like, "Yeah, he's alive. Pretty fortunate that he's alive, if you can call it fortunate. The way he's all burned up. Nobody can see him because we don't want to take the time to learn how to draw a convincingly burned person." Also, that's just, unsavory. So nobody can see him if he wants to heal correctly. So that saves that part of the budget. And then some dudes walk up, and they are from the Imperial Library Intelligence Asset Management Bureau, which is just the fucking organization name of the season. And they're like, hey, we think a book tried to kill your brother. And then it cuts to them being home. And the butler being like, now what was this about a book trying to kill young Master Hitaki? And fucking Christ, if somebody walked up to me in a hospital and told me that a book tried to kill my brother, we would not get all the way home without that conversation already happening. I don't care if we're fucking scuba diving. I'm about to learn how to breathe water so I can talk to you about that motherfucking book that just tried to kill someone. So they get home and they're like, yeah, have you ever heard of cursed homes? I mean, everybody's heard of cursed homes. And they're like, no, what are cursed homes? And they're like, well, when some books are written, people put a lot of emotions into that. And some of those emotions that shit's intense, yo. And they got some magic powers if you do it just right in the right circumstances and whatnot. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes on accident. And so they're like, did he have a book with him when he was on fire? And they're like, well, now that you mention it, he sure fucking did. And they're like, can we see that book? Can we see that flammable object that he had with him while he was on fire? And I'm like, I bet this fucking book isn't even burnt. And no, it's burnt a little. It's on fire right now in the butler's hands. The butler's holding the book, and the book is on fire. And the girl freaks out. And she's like, "The book's on fire! What's going on?" And then everybody else was like, "Dude, that book's not on fire." But some people after a traumatic experience can see the aura of things, and I believe that you've awakened to that power. This stressful situation has awakened your latent ability. And he stands up and he's like, he Uncle Sam's that bitch real quick. He's like, I want you. And that's what this picture is. That's why that's Uncle Sam. And then his partner is like, dude, fucking come on, explain that. Don't just leave that all hanging and awkward like. And he's like, oh shit, yeah. We want you for Fukuro. Fukuro is the nickname for the Imperial Library Intelligence Asset Management Bureau. And I'm like, thank fucking Christ. There is a goddamn nickname for that fucking place, because that's a mouthful. Anywho, so they leave and leave her to think about it. And she has this whole self-contemplation thing where she's like, I can't believe that book hurt Itaki, my little brother, after I said those mean things to him when he was kind of being mean to me and blaming me for this situation that I'm in. And I was like, dude, chill out. This isn't your business. You, like, stop making the stressful situation more stressful by, yelling at me that I should be doing something to fix the situation that I'm stuck in. And, yeah, she's like, writing books to hurt people is unforgivable. Books should be boring at worst. She didn't say that last part. That was me. But she did say writing books that hurt people is unforgivable. So later she's cutting roses in the thing, because that's what rich people do to cool down. They murder plants. Anywho, she cuts off a rose vine and she's squeezing her hand on the thorny vine, because that's, she wants to punish herself or whatever. And some fucking hot chick walks up with glasses and long hair just like I like. And I'm like, hello, nurse. Fuck, I hope you're part of the story. And she is. I'm like, thank goodness you're not just a maid. She's the boss of those two dudes that fucking try to Uncle Sam her. And, she's like, I'm sorry about my subordinates, but we really would like somebody with your ability to see the book's aura. It would really make it so we didn't have to wait for them to fucking hurt someone. And she's like, yeah, I'll think about it. Like I told those other guys. And of course, she decides to do it. She gets the request from the dude, Uncle Sam's boss, to help them. And her father lets her know that her marriage has been put on hold while her brother is healing. And she's got a brand new vendetta against evil books. So, of course, it's the perfect time to take up her new hobby of evil book hunting. She's like, a book attacked my brother, and I will fight all evil books. Yeah. Boy, they can make anything into an anime. So, yeah, it's pretty much, cool magic librarians find evil books, the anime. With some romance thrown in, because, of course. I actually work at a library. I'm eventually going to go to school to be a librarian. Like, I already have my bachelor's degree, but a library sciences degree is a graduate degree, so I'm eventually going to do that. So I'm probably going to watch this show just because it's like, it's right up my alley of anime and library, and I'm like, and I really like that fucking girl with the glasses. She's real cute for a 2D. So I'm going to watch this one. But I'm not saying it's great. And if I get bored with it in the middle, I'll just fucking drop it. Because you should never feel like you have to finish your anime, boys and girls. Yeah, so I'm going to watch it. If it doesn't sound like your thing, don't watch it. It's got this really interesting art style, too. It's kind of whimsical. It kind of looks like a shoujo. I think it might be based on a shoujo. We'll see. Yep, so that's it. Peace out.